All right. I'm going to come on here as the outsider. I just got the phone because, I got to talk to somebody before I actually do something. Like, if we're going to throw. Okay. I'm not going to just frisbee it. I'm going to throw it. Steve, LV, Selena, Crenshaw, Jamie, AV News Crew, AV United We Stand. There's a part of that puzzle. There's 7 of you, right? One place of that puzzle went a gone. He went that way. He went on his own. That's why he's not a part of your chaos. Oh, wait. And then we got Roro, which, plexiglass on this side of the fish tank. That's me. I'm on this side. The shit show has started. When you guys understand the law, you'll understand the reasoning. There's a reason for everything. Okay? There's a reason why you came together. I've already went over this about the barbecue and they're not getting invited to the lake trips and the things and the because y'all are not clearly ever, never ever will you ever meet, bump, or rub elbows with again. After this, during this, and now going forward, moving on, you're not friends. One person has been an instigator in the entire ordeal. This entire thing, it should be blamed and sat right on Selena's head, for 1. 2, 3, and 4, that you all 6, 7 of you gathered up amongst yourselves and did very aggressive tit-tattle, whatever the hell you guys want to call it, bizarre, crazy shit. Knowledge. Jamie, you were the first person in hours, days, minutes, whatever, of the first 48. Let's go back to the first 48. It's critical. It's potentially the main and should have been the main focus from the get-go. I have personally been on a search party coordinated by the police department. If they had no knowledge on how to conduct one, it doesn't mean go out and do one on your own. We as public, back in the 90s, before cell phones and we barely had beepers, you heard about something that happened via the breaking news and you read the bottom. And you read the bottom and tick, 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 tick. We're like, oh, high-speed chase, check this out. Or an Amber Alert. They started posting the little red bar on the bottom. No, now we have technology. You guys took your tech. It went, la, 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 this happened in Cal City. You all arrived at Cal City. The first 48 hours of this are critical. The focus is right there. I've been taught and told by my brother, who works in law enforcement, in special departments of law enforcement, that the first 48 is critical on a child case. Abduction, missing, wandered off, whatever. The first 48 is critical. The 72-hour mark, it gets fishtailed. It get the 120 hours later, it gets diluted. Unless they have a particular something they're looking at. From 48 hours, 72 hours, a person, law enforcement agency person, comes out and says, this is very suspicious. This is very suspicious activity. This is very suspicious. Like, I don't know how many times you had to say that, but the first 48, you guys were there before the news, before the The CSIs before, they did shitty work. Let's be real. It may not have been a crime scene, but it's potential to have evidence. They should have slapped a sticker on it, taped the door, and locked it up, and probably put a security guard on it or a cop driving by it often to keep people off of it or from it or near it, or, you know, smooching the door or kissing the door. We love you. We hope we find you. Taping shit to the door. They've done some stupid shit. I'm not talking like movies. I'm talking like real. A crime scene, a fire department. Like, oh, this is a fire. No crossing here. It could be dangerous. Things could fall on your head. A crime scene. You guys are all guilty. AV, LV. All of you guys are guilty of the following: walking and tromping across, in front of, near the front door, down the side, on the other side, in the driveway, at the front door, down the side of the house, by the fence, around the fence, looked over the fence. You all are guilty of that. You all did it. You all know you did it. And don't tell me that you didn't do it, because you did. Come on, Lexus. Get your shit together. I seen it on multiple feeds. You all did it. Now we got one person every time he goes there. I've been accused. You were on that property at one point. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me started, Matt. You were. Don't be dumb. Because legit, you were. You walked in the... You guys had prayer vigils. You had motorcycles. You guys moved candles from the street/wall area to the door. You did nothing different than somebody that's being accused at current that trespassed my ass. He took down his name. He took down the trash, right? He took it down. Nothing kept him from walking up there, just like nothing keeps you currently from walking up there. You guys, somebody got in the backyard. Yep, we're talking about that too. He's not innocent either. Somebody got in the backyard. Somebody did this on day... Obviously, the chief of police knew about it because he talked about it. Don't come to California anytime soon, just saying, because you might be noticed. They're not going to go pluck you out of Vegas either, unless you do something stupid, which you already are, saying that been there, done that, wouldn't hurt your feelings. So, this is my plea. Work separately, work smart. Don't bring up your phones and go looking and trailing for everything, because this girl on this side of the plexiglass, that not inside the aquarium mess. You guys, seriously, for real, like seriously, I need to go get gas. That's why I'm driving over here. All of you guys are in each other's mouths. All of you guys were obviously in each other's pockets at one point. Somebody was giving money, somebody was giving this, somebody's doing that, somebody's doing this, somebody's talking to this, somebody's talking to that. I haven't figured out what they did. Did they hit each other? Nope. You guys have clarity on who is who now, because you were brought to this event, this thing that happened in Cal City because of alerts, because of rumor mill, because, oh, hey, Crenshaw, did you know this happened in our city? Like, whoa. And, like, none of you guys can carry on a conversation with yo, bro, and what not, and F this, and yo, and yo. Like, I got so much yo-yo going on in my mouth that my yo-yo would be tired. You have to come to the sense and sensibility, and the common sense says the first 48 was critical. The 72 hours, 120 hours, 200 hours later, it's messed up. It's a disaster. It's a train wreck. It's a this. Leads and circumstantial evidence or appearances or sightings or this or that or the way people conduct it. If somebody came at me, I'm going to go there as a mom. No, I'm not even grandma, so thank you, Jesus. But if somebody came to my house, which I've had people come to my house, when my brother became a part of our department, they had to come interview each and every family member. And then because he'd been to my house, he'd been to my mom's house, he's been in the neighborhood, he's had friends all through high school, college, blah, blah, blah. They had to come and rate his character. Oh, is he a nice, I mean, it's not nice. I love him. He's my brother. I wouldn't say nothing bad about him. What is, I mean, has he ever raised, like, like, they take our character version of this human that they want to be part of this department and possess a good character. So they go out and they interview multiple hundreds of people before he's applied. You're his sister, you're this, how, like my husband at the time, how was his character, all of the things. Okay, to get this position, they had to rate and interview the neighborhood where he lived. They rated his neighborhood. They literally knocked and popped every door and said, how well do you know that guy over there at that address? How well do you know him? I mean, has he ever been belligerent? Has he ever been, like, playing loud music? What is his, that's noticeable to you, his character, his being? It makes a lot of sense when you read into what you guys are dealing with. None of you guys know each other's characters. What the hell happened down there? A mess. You have no idea how Crenshaw's gonna react if she freaked out. Oh my god, 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 over a burnt piece of chair. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Can you imagine if she would have found a foot, a leg, a part, an animal, a dead cat that's swollen, or a coyote that's dead? Can you imagine what her character abruptly would have been like? Went from calm, cool, and flattened eyelashes to, oh my god, oh my god. Like, we run over, we see a skunk on the road, we go, oh, this is gonna stink. Because we have a character inside of us. None of you knew each other. You don't know what this posse's doing over here, this 3-pack over here. We don't know them. We don't know them. We don't know them. We don't know him. We don't know her. We don't know why we should like her. We don't know why we like them. Why? Somebody in the squirrel group said, let's get together and let's meet up. Let's do this as a group. Let's get our coordinations together. But none of you guys went in front of the police department, even though it's COVID and all that. But you could have called and said, can I talk to a detective and bring him out to the curb? We 12 want to be a search party. What coordinated effort did you put forth to make a strategy with law enforcement so they know where you go and all of the things, right? You're a dumbass. You're a complete moron, Asian lady. Sorry. You guys, did you ever coordinate with anybody from Cal City? Did you ever coordinate since it's been in Bakersfield? Have you ever coordinated a search besides on your women, on your prayer, and on your whistle Dixie little telephone? Because people are sending you, I mean, I heard it myself. You were talking to a psychic. Like, what? I worked on a case that had a psychic involved, and it was 20 plus years ago, and they legit took it to heart because it was a psychic that actually picked up a cord phone and said, go, I got this from my crystal ball. I don't even know. I mean, we kind of giggled when we heard it. I mean, it was 25 years ago, so it was a lot of giggling, but it was a lot of seriousness. But we also had a coordinated effort search with the police department that was about as big, if not the same size as the current Cal City department, which is now gratefully bigger, that butts up to a littler city that has a little tiny department. You get over a little tiny department, but we coordinated. We had city employees, like groundskeepers, they knew the grounds, right? They're part of the city. We had a ground, like the guy that mowed the lawns at all the baseball fields. He was in a California city management truck. We go out in our 4-wheel drives, our horseback rides, our feet, our good tennis shoes, and a stick. And we would take direction from the city official that we checked into, like every day, every afternoon. Like we had search parties going 3 times a day. We had it like 8 o'clock to noon. That group would come in, and another group would go out to that city official and say, from here this way, we're going down da 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 da. We all had like a chicken map, like a photocopied piece of paper, because it was old school. We didn't have cell phones. We had a compass. Good luck. And we had beepers, and we had megaphones. So a group of 6 would have 1 megaphone. Another group of 6 would have another megaphone. And we would coordinate with the city and coordinator. And we would go out the next day. If you were here yesterday, raise your hand. You know how this goes. Please coordinate with a group. Get the vibe. Who's doing what? Like, somebody say, oh, we brought 6 horses today. You need to go to that guy over there because he knows trails. So send your sorry asses over there. Who's going on foot? And then there would be a group. Who's going on jeeps and 4-wheel drives and sand buggies and all of the things. We were in an area that was similar to Bakersfield, Cal City. It was desert. And we went with a city official, park and rec, the gardener, they grab a car, and it was a coordinated effort. That didn't take place. We already know. I've heard all of that. I've seen it. I felt it. I got it. It was dis-fucking organized. Well, so was the story. It was dis-fucking organized. So you had no coordinated effort from 45 minutes after these kids went missing. You had no coordinated effort after 3 hours. Where did you go, Jamie? Which direction did you go? How far this way did you go, Jamie? How far that way did you go, Jamie? How far that way did you go, Jamie? Or did you just walk the neighborhood like a pack rat? Like, okay, I'm going to go over here, da, 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 screaming their names. Or you hope it's their names or something. Like, the First 48 is clearly why there's a show called First 48. Because it's clearly the best kept secret in law enforcement. 72 hours, a little bit longer. 120 hours later, it's a little bit longer. After that, it gets a little bit messy. And then they continue to do their due diligence. And then they slap a phone number on it. And then all these people start calling and calling and calling and calling and calling. And then, holy fuck, the thing's flooded. And then they ask for outsourcing of recesses. While I know about this case is because I found it on my phone on day 2. On my phone. From A.B. Watchman. Because I followed him during the fires. I saw him on the ground. It's the Christmas week. Well, I have nothing better to do than to go boink. Is he still going live? Is he still talking about it? Is he still on there? Is he giving us more information? Because the news wasn't. I live in the valley. I live down below you guys. I live down here. Nothing about local news coverage media. ABC, NBC, Channel 2, all of them, LA based, weren't covering this story. Why? Because it's not here. It's not Linwood. It's not Orange County. It's not Long Beach. It's not Orange County. It's not San Diego County. It's fucking Tule Desert. Shit happens in the desert. Shit that they don't want to talk about. Why? Because it's scary. I don't know why y'all live there. That's crazy. But whatever. It's not down here. It's not in Santa Clarita. It's definitely not a shooting at a school. It's nothing like that. It's 2 little boys, and they just kept it to themselves up there in the desert. And one person covered it. AB News Crew. I got it on my phone. I went to dinner with friends. I went to dinner with my own goddamn brother. And I said, hey, look, have you heard about this? He's like, no. 2 weeks later, he did. 2 weeks he's out there working on it. 2 weeks later, he's still there. 4 weeks later, he's still there. 2 months later, he's still there. Four months later, he's still there. He's invested. He's lost sleep. He's gone on cooking maybe drives-bys and walked millions or hundreds of miles in the desert. And he's still there. He's exhausted all of his expertise. If he quit and you quit, who quits? He's not quitting. He signed in for another 2 months. He signed in after that another 2 months. He's signed in. He's deep. He is boots on the ground. If you guys quit, his job will quit. He will quit. This case will do exactly what you guys don't want it to do. It will disintegrate. It will evaporate. There'll be no action to any. You guys are doing great work, but you also have jeopardized this case by all of this craziness that you guys are continuing to do to each other. It's a fucking nice shop. Just saying. Anybody have an old car? You need to come down to C.W. Moss because he's got some nice cars in there. But you guys get over your I don't know you status. I don't know what you're made of. I don't know what your character is. I don't know what your makeup is. I don't care what your financial status is. Get back to the boys. Better yet, go to Denny's, go to lunch. You guys need to collaborate together. Together. Put away your she said, he said, you hurt my feelings. You did this, you're about that, all the things. We don't care. You're slinging drugs. I don't care. You need to go. Jamie and AV, as soon as they figure out I'm talking about them, they'll probably come at me, but I don't care. You guys were the first two people that I know, that I saw, that were on the ground in the first 48. The first four. Obviously, AV, Matt, was talking or chatting it up with somebody, because that's his job. He's a chat cat. He was chatting it up with somebody because he was talking like above the law at the timeline that wasn't information that was given out to general public, because you were posting it live and went live, and that's not a secret. You have it on your lives unless you take them down. That's not me. But Metrolink, you're such a pain in the ass. Are you gonna stop here too? Yep. Nobody on Metrolink. Nobody goes to work. They all take unemployment granted. Whatever. Oh, the conductor says we need to stop. Yeah. Raise the lines. Because one went that way, one's going that way. Let's raise the lines. Come on. Scooch up there a little bit more so you can raise the lines. But there can't be two trains on the track. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's where I'm at with you guys, is that your purpose is purposeful. Now that you guys are all squawking and gargling each other, you need to get back to your notes. Back to it. Sit down, be cordial. Don't bring knives to a gunfight. Don't bring gunfight to the knife fight. Go have lunch. Go have a breakfast. Leave all your egos at the parking lot. Walk in as civil humans, as if you've never met before. Even better yet, just get somebody, take copies, go to the post office, and mail each other your notes. Go photocopy them and let somebody else dissect them. If you have receipts, like whatever that is, I don't even know what that is. If you have receipts to your calling or your chasing or your chit-chatting about all of that, You have nothing to hide. The out-of-staters are trying to figure out what the fuck. We knew there's going to be untrust, lies, this, that, the other thing. We're all going to know who to trust, who not. I've trusted one person this whole time. And this one person isn't even in your squawk box. He ain't even you talked about. He was talking about, oh, well, he's done it. Y'all aren't talking about him because he hasn't ruined your day. You're talking about each other because you guys were like elbow to elbow. Why isn't he in the elbow to elbow? I don't know. Because he left? Because he saw it? He's a good character. He's a good visionary. He's like, this is above my grade. This is above my pay grade. These people are going to be nasty. These people are going to be at each other's throat. Just give them time to blow up. One person on this panel was really, I don't care what he says now, what he says then, what he's currently saying. You were friends. You were more than just acquaintances, but you have enough down talk to pipe up and be on that side, then this side, or be neutral. Your neutralness has, come on. That's McDonald's. You must go there. Go get the hell out the way, yo. You guys have wavered on your own strategies and beliefs at this point. You have strategized yourself right out of each other's territory. Going in here. This girl's not even paying attention. Make it slippy over here. I don't know how you get out of here, but whatever. Pump gas, block a spot. Okay, cool.